Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss 28 Days Later, starring Cillian Murphy, Naomi Harris, Megan Burns, Christopher Eccleston, and Brendan Gleeson, and directed by Danny Boyle. Now, I gotta say something right off top. I wanted to see this in theaters, but my dad went and saw it without me and hated it. And I'm gonna confess now, I've wanted to see it ever since. And I heard it's scary, and what else is there? Nobody dared to come see it with me. My mom is not into horror movies. My sister wasn't old enough either, so let's just get into it, shall we? On the Fox Searchlight intro, when I first saw this, and I saw this on DVD when it first came out, I thought the DVD was broken. No lie. I thought I did. Then we open with the virus and some robbers going through a room with infected with rage chimps. And that scene, it was fucking scary with the music and the girly robber turning into an infected zombie and kills everyone in the room. Very frightening opening too, might I add. 28 days later, we see Jim, played by Cillian Murphy, lying in a hospital bed naked, and I thought, what the fuck? He tries to find civilians after he puts on some clothes, of course, around London, without realizing what the fuck happened around him. And I love the fact there's no one around. That's scary as hell. I also like the church he goes and realizes everyone is a zombie, and that's again scary as hell. After that sequence, Jim meets Selena, played by Naomi Harris, from two of the Pirates of the Caribbean sequels, and her partner Mark blowing up the zombies. And that was a great shot when we see the explosion from far away. And they tell Jim about the infected virus, and I really enjoy being around these characters as I feel for their lives. Mark gets killed by Selena, and she and Jim run into an apartment where they find Frank, played by Brendan Gleeson, and his daughter Hannah, played by Megan Burns. I'm a fan of Brendan Gleeson, but as for Megan Burns, I don't know her very well. Her performance is pretty good in my opinion. They go on the road, the four of them I mean, to find the army and run into a grocery store, and then we see horses as they have a picnic that are not infected. And they sleep overnight at a beautiful spot in the farm and get to the military base. And I do like the grocery store scene. I love the horses scene. It was greatly shot, and while they sleep, Jim has a nightmare, which did feel pretty realistic. The scene I don't like is when Frank gets blood in his eye and turns into a zombie, and the military come in and shoots him. And I didn't like the score in that scene either. It made me nervous and sad at the same time. The military, led by Major Henry West, played by Christopher Eccleston, and Hannah misses her father. And Major West isn't exactly the right role model for anyone, and Selena is sad for Hannah's father, and Jim acts the strongest out of any of them. Meanwhile, Major West shows Jim around the place and meets Mailer. And I love Mailer just comes out and scares the living shit out of the audience because he is infected, might I say. While everyone is having dinner and Major West insults the cook on how bad it is, and they get interrupted by the infected zombies and shoots every single one of those motherfuckers. And I love the shootout scene. The army acts like a bunch of pigs around Selena and Jim and protects her until Major West comes in and tells them to stop fucking around. And this is when I don't trust Major West, because Jim suspects something is up with them, and he tries to leave with Selena and Hannah, and Major West wanted Jim to join him, but refuses, and I care for Jim, Selena, and Hannah, and want to see them live. Jim goes with the military to get killed with another cellmate and manages to escape, and he calls the military to come and get him, until Major West encounters some of the affected and runs like a coward. Jim lets Mailer go and attack the military people, and Jim tries to find Selena and Hannah, to let them escape. Meanwhile, he stabs a guy with a gun. And I thought, damn! Major West comes back to the mansion and goes after Jim while he's all over the mansion, killing one man after another. Major West holds Selena hostage and kills or no, that's not Major West, that's someone else. And kills that person in the eyes, and that's gotta fucking hurt. And gets Selena and Hannah the hell out of there until Major West comes in and Hannah drives the car backwards to get him to the infected Major West and is killed by that point. 28 days later, Jim, Selena, and Hannah make a sign that says hello. That was a charming ending to one of the scariest movies I've seen in a long time. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 8.7 out of 10. I love being around these characters because I care about them and I freak out every single time I watch this movie. Danny Boyle has made the best horror movie I've seen in years. One of the scariest fucking movies I've seen in a long time. Let's hear it for Mr. Boyle. And I would like to thank you guys for joining me, and next week I will be back with Sunshine. No, Millions. I'm kidding. I forgot. It's Millions. And until next time, and action.